Honourable members of the Parliament, it's a great day today. After 6 months, as France said before, we managed all together to deliver. Reaching a political agreement on the European Border and Coast Guard is a tangible success of effective cooperation between the European institutions. This is significant for such a complex proposal, and I would like to express my thanks to the first Vice President, Mr Timmermans, Mr Fabriks, our rapporteur, and the shadow team and the Dutch Presidency. Moreover, this legislation has a symbolic and legal dimension. We recognise in practice that our European external borders are common European borders for which we all share the responsibility. This very concretely shows what the strength can be of the European Union when we are facing a common challenge. We have achieved a balanced agreement accommodating the concerns of both co-legislators. Still, it remained ambitious and ensured the creation of an agency with the task and the means to make a difference, not only during the current crisis, but also in the long term by preventing future ones. We provide our agency with a strengthened legal basis and enhanced resources to perform more effectively, particularly when the overall functioning of the Schengen area is at risk. For example, the new regulation establishes a rapid reaction pool of border guards and other relevant staff, as well as a rapid reaction equipment pool to be made available to the agency whenever needed for rapid border interventions. We won't have to face again what is of the main weaknesses of the current system, where Frontex has to rely on voluntary and often insufficient pledges by the Member States. In parallel, we put in place a series of strong preventive measures. The agency will closely monitor the management of the external borders, notably by deploying liaison officers that will facilitate the cooperation between Member States. Mandatory vulnerability assessments will evaluate the capacities of the Member States to face challenges at their external borders, including the capacity to handle the massive arrival of migrants. The new regulation will also allow the European Union and the agency to act where a Member State is insufficiently managing its external borders, and thereby jeopardising the overall functioning of the entire Schengen zone. The role of the agency with regard to return is also enhanced without watering down the provisions of the Return Directive as regards the return decisions and its safeguards. The agency will be able to underpin our efforts to improve returns by making the logistical and operational side more effective. For our European asylum system to properly function, we need to encourage third country nationals to only use legal ways to come to Europe. These elements are comprehensively addressed in other Commission proposals currently on the table. To balance the expanded mandate of the agency, we included stronger mechanisms guaranteeing the respect of fundamental rights. We took into account the views of the European Parliament in developing a complaint mechanism in our proposal, and your amendments strengthened it even more. This will help to deal with possible violation of fundamental rights in the course of the operational activities led by the agency. I also emphasise that search and rescue, although a national competence, is recognised as a specific component of the European integrated border management. It is an explicit task of the agency during its operational activities. There is one point on which the Commission has some concerns, namely on the appointment of the executive director, which deviates from the common approach on EU agencies agreed by the three institutions. The Commission submitted a declaration in this regard. I look forward to hearing your views on our common achievement. More importantly, I invite you, dear colleagues, to confirm tomorrow the political agreement on this major important file. Last week, the European Council was very clear on the need for swift formal adoption of the new regulation. What is the immediate next challenge that we are now facing? Is to prepare the implementation of the strengthened mandate in order to make the European Border and Coast Guard operational as soon as possible, after its formal adoption, as also requested by last week's European Council. Making the new rules work without unnecessary delay is an indispensable element to better manage migration and to bring Schengen back to normal, as foreseen in our roadmap back to Schengen. We have no time to lose. This is a unique moment to turn this success story into reality, to show that we can act together, united as one Europe. This will be a clear and strong message to our citizens that are demanding one thing: effective cooperation and results. Thank you very much for your attention.